I am remiss though, baby Huey. I am remiss in that our last episode, our last full episode, I should say, beyond our Matt Hardy one, we did not mention a pretty cool piece of branding coming out of NXT. It was announced terribly, announced absolutely terribly by Shawn Michaels and Triple H and Road Dogg. But NXT TakeOver in your house is set, and they're doing the full, old school in your house branding with it, which, Dedoy out there, all you Kliqsters, is sort of the genesis of the In The Kliq name, the logo that I had done up. My branding vision was always, as we were getting set to do this show, is like, I want to revisit the in your house stuff, like that sort of branding and everything like that. So for now NXT to be doing it, I thought that was pretty cool. I got a big kick out. I popped big time for it.
Absolutely. When I saw that, I was like, oh my God, like that's another thing from our childhood and during like those prime years of you and I just indulged with so much wrestling and just watching it every week. But yeah, In Your House has a special place in our heart. So, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, just to kind of explain to the younger people out there. So In Your House, so back in the day, it really was a pay-per-view, like the Big Four. It was just once a quarter. And then Vince and whoever wanted to expand, have a pay-per-view every month. And before they labeled them, specific pay-per-views that we see now, like Elimination Chamber or Money in the Bank or Payback, all that stuff. If it was a pay-per-view outside of the Big Four, it was just called In Your House. Am I correct? Is that the best way to describe it?
The way I remember it is it was a 2-hour sort of pay-per-view. It was a slightly shorter pay-per-view.
Yeah.
And more it was the monthly pay-per-view. It was WWE's WWF at the time's transition into a monthly pay-per-view model. Into more frequent pay-per-views. And it was at a lower price point, and they were shorter. But the In Your House brand and everything like that, I was always just so fond of. I love the old set, and again, it is what eventually they transitioned away from. In Your House, Beware of Dog. In Your House, Revenge of the Taker. But there were things like In Your House Breakdown, which eventually would just, the next time they did Breakdown, it was just Breakdown. And I believe the last In Your House moniker was In Your House St. Valentine's Day Massacre. I'm not sure.
Yes,
it
is.
Done no research on this.
But
that just from memory, I believe that was the last one. So to me, the In Your House brand is always something that I think is under talked about, and I've always it is just that those rose-colored glasses, because when I was a kid, and I love the vibrant color scheme from it and everything to go along with it, which again is why that's sort of how I set up our branding here to be based around In Your House. And so to see it sort of resurrected now, it made me very happy.
And a couple things. One, for NXT, smart move on their part. Like, real talk. Hey, we're all home right now. No people are allowed in attendance for the show. So
we're all in our house.
Yeah. So what a great way just to kind of bring back for nostalgia, using the play on words In Your House for NXT for their takeover. Awesome move. Because, NXT with their takeover, they always try to add the location as a part of the pay-per-view. So for them to incorporate In Your House, awesome move on their part. And I love that they've been, for a while now, been trying to recycle maybe some old terms like war games. And as you see, In Your House, I think it's a smart play on their part. And it's a great way to bring back the logo. I so much hope they bring back the actual house setup for the entrance ramp. I would geek out so hard because you and I, we loved the first pay-per-view where it was a Shawn Michaels comes flying out, swing on the rope, and down.
It's cool that they're bringing it back, and we'll see what they do with it. But I think it's a good sort of bit of inspiration while we all are actually trapped in our house.